Hello ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls and whatever else is watching. My name is Nick and this is another My Thoughts On video. Recently Pokemon Sun and Moon were finally released here in Europe. And as with many big titles these years, Nintendo decided to bring a limited edition for its release. And this brings me to the topic of this video. Limited editions, are they worth it? Limited editions have been done for a very long time already. I can remember that almost every Zelda game since Ocarina of Time, and maybe even before that, had a limited edition version. Ocarina of Time had in Europe a special golden box compared to the regular black version. And the Wind Waker Special Edition came with Ocarina of Time and Master Quest for the GameCube. Skyward Sword came with a Golden Wii Remote Plus and a soundtrack. The Wind Waker HD even came with a display figurine of Ganondorf. Going to Hyrule Warriors, you got either an awesome scarf or a watch in the form of Linkle's compass. But it isn't only Zelda that had great limited editions. However, those are probably the only ones I have gone for throughout the years. Other games such as Halo, Fallout, Call of Duty, Batman, Arkham series, Assassin's Creed, Tomb Raider and Final Fantasy also have had really good looking limited editions. And also a lot more games could be included in that list. However, this also gets me to my first point I want to make. Nowadays, limited editions or special editions are so common that I can still find them years after the game came out. So even at seriously reduced prices in the bargain bin. And I got to wonder about it. Why? One reason I can think of is that the game may not have been that popular to begin with, and that it just didn't warrant a limited edition. This is what I am seeing most with Wii U games. However, it might not be that the game itself is bad, but the install base for the Wii U is just way too flimsy to even warrant, well, to get people to buy limited editions. Actually, the limited editions may even exceed the number of Wii U owners. But that's for another thoughts on video. Another reason I can think of is that the limited edition is just way too darn expensive. I have seen some really expensive ones that went over 150 or maybe even 250 euros. That is pretty much the price of a, well, cheaper game system for a single game. And with a lot of junk in it and some really big stuff. Which makes me question if it is even worth the extra money. Personally, I think music, art books, figurines, or in case of Skyward Sword, a special controller, are definitely things I would consider paying extra for in order to get it. But not that much. When a limited edition gets over 100 euros, count me out. I won't be buying that one. Well, maybe Zelda if it had a really special one, but no, I don't think so. But then again, the game should be worth it as well, and not many are. Recently, I am also considering how much space it is going to take up, and how easy it is to clean off all the junk that comes in it. Because honestly, I might end up with a ton of junk. And this is a nice segue into the reason that got me into making this video, because I have something to complain about. Nintendo, I know you won't see this video, but I have to get this off my chest. Lately, Nintendo has become very lame with the limited editions. Pretty much every game that they release gets a limited edition or a special version, and these come mostly in one of two flavors. The first flavor is the Amiibo bundle. In general, this means that the regular version of the game is packaged with an Amiibo figure that can be used in the game. Which is nice, because you pretty much get the extra DLC in the same packaging. Even though that extra DLC might not even be much or even worth the extra price of an Amiibo. Because Amiibo can become really expensive, and most of the time the bundled version is the same price as when you would buy the game and the Amiibo separately. And the bundle version even leaves you with a big cardboard box and extra cardboard insides, because the box is not even optimally packaged. I am not an environmentalist, but I don't like it when my trash can fills up faster because of a box that is larger than needed be. Yeah, I'm too lazy to drag the extra weight to the street for pickups. So, well, excuse me, princess. No, I should have dragged that one out. The second flavor is something that I came across today, and which also triggered this rant. I wanted to buy the new Pokemon Moon game, and the only version left was the limited edition, which costs €7 more than the regular version, and in some shops even €15 more due to Sinterklaas. Normally I would not have a problem with this kind of additional cost, but the contents of the limited edition is just not worth it. The second flavor of limited editions is having the regular version packaged in a cardboard box with a special steel book. This sounds totally awesome until you figure out what a steelbook actually is. A steelbook is nothing more than a regular game case with a metal coating. Yes, most often it has some beautiful artwork on it, and not always the title of the game. And this can be really beautiful artwork, and it can be a trigger to actually wanting the steelbook case instead of the regular casing. But what intonations, Nintendo? What is wrong with putting the actual game inside the steelbook and not leave us with an empty cardboard box and an empty plastic game case that we have no use for? It is only trash and nothing more than trash. When the problem is that the steelbook does not have all the marketing text on the back, there is nothing wrong with putting an extra cover inside the sealing plastic to show it. Please, Nintendo, for the love of whatever, don't leave us with empty game cases. Or at least don't expect us to pay extra for it. If the problem is that you have game cases that no longer have, if the problem is that you have games that no longer have a game case anymore, or that some of your game cases are starting to fall apart, well, my first question is, What have you been doing with your game cases? Did you just throw it around or start stepping on it? Then again, there are cheaper alternatives for replacements than paying €7 extra for a limited edition. I've seen new replacement game cases for 25 cents. That's a big price difference. Recently I saw a reveal video of what the limited edition of Sony's The Last Guardian was going to be. In that edition they also had a steelbook game case. However, what they did not include was the regular game case. And I didn't see anyone complaining about it either. I also found a special edition of Final Fantasy XV in the shops. And this one was also a steelbook and it contained the game disc. This version did not feel the need to package it together with the regular game case and had a wrapper for the needed game information inside the ceiling. See Nintendo? It is possible to sell the game in a steelbook without including a regular game case. So why does Pokemon come in such a lame edition, and why couldn't Xenoblade Chronicles X and Star Fox Zero come without those regular game cases? In my opinion, the Pokemon Sun and Moon limited editions are not worth the extra money you have to pay for it, no matter how big of a Pokemon fan you are. Oh well, I think I have ranted enough about limited editions. Or I could go on for a couple of hours actually. However, I'm wondering about what you think of limited editions for games. What do you think is a great idea for a limited edition? For what game would you buy a limited edition? What is the price you are willing to pay for a limited edition? And what do you think of Nintendo's new trend of the 2 flavors of limited editions that they are currently going for? And what do you do with all the junk that you of previous limited editions that you just have no room for anymore? Are you throwing them away? Well, please leave your answers in the comments below. I love to read it. And maybe I will see you back again in another video. Thank you for watching and goodbye.